Hey y'all, welcome to the Unleashed Performance Therapy Podcast. I'm here with my co-host Robert McNair. Our guests on the show this evening are some members of the Houston Hitmen of Team Combat League. How are y'all doing this evening?
Doing good, man.
Good.
I'm blessed.
All right, they're gearing up for their second fight with against the Orlando Vipers. Their first fight was against the San Antonio Snipers, which they took the W on that one. So how did y'all prepare for last week's fight, and do you feel like you prepared enough for it?
I think we prepared for it. I mean, regardless of whatever they bring into play, man, we're ready to go. It's
Yeah, you got the
just
W.
we got the
I mean,
W.
with the way we train, man, we train. We usually train like at 9 a.m. and we get all of our sparring and workouts in. I feel like we trained well enough to win this fight, but I think like now, man, that we got the actual groove of things going for this fight. Like I think it's going to be a little bit different. Now I think all of us know what we need to bring to the ring tomorrow night.
Are y'all like when you're training? Are you training to fight the specific person that you're set to fight that week? Are you training differently depending on the person that you're fighting?
To be honest, we just. I mean, I don't know about everybody else, but like I'm just there training, just pushing myself
Yeah.
and just working. Because really, honestly, we don't know who we're fighting until like a couple of days. They let us
Okay.
know either we fighting a left-hander, right-hander, or a
Uh-huh.
grappling fighter or a boxer, whatever it is. So whatever it is, we're just ready for it. Whatever.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know that. So that's what one of the things with this whole team concept is with a regular boxing match, you know who you're fighting, you know their style, you know everything. And so with this, you only know a couple days before the fight who you have to get ready to fight.
Yeah.
So that's interesting that is. So with that being said, are you doing things differently this week than you did last week for this fight? Now that you're in the groove of things and you kind of know how things are going to go.
Not. I mean, for me, to speak for him, not really. I'm still doing what I have to do. I'm still training. We're still hitting like one or two rounds. Uh, High intensity. Like we really do push each other. But we really haven't. I mean, on my part, I haven't changed really nothing. You know, I don't know about everybody else, but like really, I'm just keeping everything the same.
In regards to preparing for a fight, and you know the person that you're fighting, and again, I'm just now getting into this like a lot of people, and I realize that there are fighters that have multiple rounds. Now, both rounds is you're fighting the same person, or
It depends on what state we're fighting in. So in Texas, you can only fight one person. They'll only let you fight a single person. But we also fight in Pennsylvania, in Florida. Those are to come. And in those places, we can mix it up. So we can have a
Oh,
different
okay,
person in
okay.
the money rounds than we did in the middle or launch.
Yeah,
Are y'all excited for that?
Yeah.
yeah. I
We
mean,
actually are. I haven't
it's
I haven't done the money round yet. I actually was on it, and Sammy, right?
No, Sam wasn't on the money round. Were you on it?
Yeah, I was. I
You
did
yeah.
was.
good.
She fought a money round. Yeah, she
Oh
fought a
yeah,
money
yeah, yeah.
round.
She held the team down. I was jealous. I'm like, man, she cold.
No, for real. Y'all had one of the most dominant female teams or female team members that I've seen. I've watched a couple of different of the teams of the
No,
matches.
our girls are cold. Our girls will beat
Yeah,
up
Yeah, they
some
are.
men. I
They
know for sure.
dominant performances for sure.
Our girl.
Dominant performances. Like it was almost like, man, that they're not. It's not fair.
yeah. No, no,
Yeah,
no.
y'all were kicking ass for sure, for sure.
That
Hell
was
No,
yeah,
our
man.
cool.
team is solid. Everybody just needs to go in there, win their round, and we're good. We're gonna win every time.
Yeah. So for those who are y'all fighting the same amount of times this round as y'all did last one? Because I know Isaac fought two, Sam fought two.
Same
Yeah.
for
So
me.
this time around, I'm only doing the middle round. So I'll be like round 11 or something. So I fight one time
Yeah,
this time
Okay.
around.
for one
Yeah.
time.
You know the heart of the team.
Shut the
That,
hell
The
up.
heart of the team.
Two. We got two.
Yeah, them two are fighting twice. Yeah,
Uh,
Trouble and Sam will be fighting twice this week again.
why do they call you Trouble?
you
Shit.
know, just
That's a loaded question right there.
It speaks for itself. But it's the overcoming the trouble. That's where trouble comes from. It's, the trouble is not the trouble that I've been through, but you know.
Man, that boy
Yeah.
lying.
For the listeners who are on right now, the weigh-ins kind of got a little bit crazy. Now, Trouble was one of the ones where it got a little bit wild. There was a pillow involved, a beanie being thrown, and it got it got a little heated.
Yeah,
You want to talk about that? How did you feel about that, Trouble?
and it's just theatrics. It was just him bringing the pillow. I just felt like, oh, he got me messed up. So I was like, man, I'm about to take
Yeah.
the pillow. It's all fun again. Like if I wanted to hit him, I could. It just,
Uh huh.
it just makes it.
So,
I'm an
so
entertainer.
did you reach for the pillow first, or did he reach for
Yeah.
your beanie first?
Now I
Nah, he
reached for the
reached for the
pillow.
goddamn pillow first.
He was talking about, oh, I brought the pillow. It's time to go night night.
For
So I was
him,
like, oh, he got me messed up.
for him
He
though,
ain't about
because
to.
he fought for it back, he tried to keep it.
I was
And
like,
then
yeah, he ain't about to use me for the theatrics.
He's
So
like, bro, this is the only pillow. I gotta go to sleep, bro.
he had to take it back to the hotel.
I need it back.
He's borrowed it from the hotel.
So what has been the most challenging part of your training thus far? Because I know with the boxing match, you're training up until the match, and then once it's over, you've got plenty of time to in between your next fight. Now
Hell
you're
no.
fighting a week
Yeah,
after
now
that.
that's the hard part to maintain the weekly
Yeah, that's
and just
probably the hardest thing that we're doing is
staying
maintaining that
fit.
weight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're trying to get accustomed to it, like really understanding uh, how our body should kind of like manage our body not to get worn out and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
that's something new because we usually like whenever we fight, we just do it one time and that's it, and then we have a long break. But this time it's a little bit of challenging. We just gotta like really manage, understand our body instead of putting it into a hard work. And I'm in the stage, and actually we're all in the stage right now that we're like that because even like that, the weight I'm at, I'm actually making that weight pretty decent. So I'm really not struggling or nothing like that. But
Mm-hmm.
now I think the following week I have to drop down to weight. So I'm gonna fight like 126. We're really 130. So now here is when it really comes the fun part. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to explain it, man. That's just different zone you going to, man. Like whenever you start hitting that little weight, like actually your fighting weight, and at first, like when we started this, like actually when I heard about the tournament, my thing was like, man, I don't think everybody's gonna go down their weight and make that every week, But actually, fuckers are
Mm-hmm.
actually doing that, man. Like the last dude I fought, he he's the one who lays me up on it. He's like, bro, like, why you think last season I was fighting at 147, I came down to 140 because these dudes are too big, they're actually coming
Yeah.
down from the weight. And I was like, holy shit, you're right. Because the dude was way bigger than me. But,
Yeah.
we still did our thing. But that weight, it does make a big weight difference. 5 pounds, 3 pounds, it definitely makes a big, big difference. And that's the thing that people don't understand. Like, oh, it's only 3 pounds. Like, fuck, shit. Try to do that, man. You're gonna see
Yeah.
what it is. But hey, like I said, this right now is our first season. Is a learning process, and we're just trying to do the best of it, and at the same time trying to take care of our body so we'll be able to go back, back to war for the next time. But it's look like it's coming along right.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean that's it. Just learning is a learning process.
So, do y'all have uh any specific plans for like when before you go in? I know last week a couple of the fighters, as soon as the bell rang, they went straight for him. It was full attack mode, and some others kind of sat back a little bit, waited a little bit, and then went in. How, does that just speak to the individual themselves, or is that more of a game plan for the team?
Nah, I would think that's the fighter themselves. Like
Yeah.
we all know what we need to do. I mean, we because since it's one round, it's got to go. You got to go fight right from the gate, right? So, I think a lot of us didn't realize what kind of concept we were getting into. I mean, like, cause usually when we fight, bro, we got 4, 6, 8 rounds, so we got time to fill out. See, here we didn't. So a lot of us, bro, the first rounds we didn't fight like the way we were supposed to. We held back, we boxed. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
if you look at my first round, I sat back and boxed a little bit, didn't really engage in anything, but like everyone that fought in the launch rounds and then fought in the money rounds, we all adjusted. Like we had to adjust because we're like, fuck, man, like we're down. Like we got to do something. We know that it's just one round now, and we got to go balls to the wall. Like there's no break. Um, so I feel like now this time around we have an idea. Like okay, now we can't sit back and box. We got to go balls to the wall and fight, man. We got to
Mm-hmm.
win this round for our team because man, if we lose a round, bro, like the rounds end up adding up. If we get dropped, that's a 2 rounds. We lose, but we're down by 2 points now and shit. And if we get stopped, it's a 10-7 round. So it's like, it's it's kind of like like we don't have any other rounds that we can give up, because
Yeah.
you never know what our next teammate is going to do. Like one of our guys just shelled up and just covered up the entire time, right? So it's like fuck, like now we're down 3 rounds. Now we got to go. Now we got to win this one, and we got to win another one, and then
Uh-huh.
we got so like it's kind of different, man, because when you're fighting boxing on your own, you relying on yourself. Now we got to rely on our team. We got to be we all of our teams got to do good.
Yeah.
I think that's what kind of brought me into the team combat. So I'm thinking, okay, you got one round, so everybody's just 100%, like you said, balls to the wall. But me watching, I got to watch the launch rounds. It wasn't necessarily like that. Of course, you still got to go in with strategy, and then
Of
you got
course.
3 minutes, and then by the time the middle of that round, it's like both fighters are looking for that one big shot. So
Yeah.
I was like, that's pretty dope. And I think it was Sam was the first one that came out. I thought she was gonna leave her feet because she was going 110 and got on her
Yeah.
quick. So it's dope. And then of course me finding out that there's launch rounds, middle rounds, then money rounds. Do you guys get to pick which rounds? I know there's a coach and it's a team. So are you kind of told, okay, you're gonna be in this round? Where
Yeah.
does the heartbeat of the team? Where
Yeah.
where does where does he box? Trouble? Where does the
Now, with the whole like what I'll say like with the last week, what Isaac was saying, like having 2 rounds is so clutch. And then with that being our first time, I feel like I know majority of our mentality was like 1 round, let's go in there and kill. That's at least that was my mentality. I was like, oh, I got to kill him. You don't need to do that. Our team is.
Mm.
I feel like our team is like we're really the best team. If everybody goes out there and does their job and box, we're gonna just win your round and leave it to your teammate. But I had the mentality, man. I got 1 round. Let me go in there and kill him. Forget the rest of my teammates. I'm about to knock him out. But now, no, I know I'm cold. Do what I got to do. I know my girl San G about to come right behind me.
You know,
Do what I need to do. Win. Then
That's
like
what's
that,
up.
just go
That's
in
what's
there
up.
and win your round, and that's all you got to do. Just win your round. You don't got to go in there
Yeah, for sure.
because it's 1 round.
For sure.
Yeah, we're all boxers. We have some experience. You're not gonna knock everybody out.
yeah.
um, so the coaches are choosing y'all's rounds, and do they kind of discuss that with y'all? Do y'all look at the team that y'all are fighting? Do y'all say, okay, this person will fit better here, this person will
I
fit
mean,
better here, and then,
to be
or they
honest,
kind of
I
just
mean,
say this is what you're gonna do?
Yeah,
look,
that's
Basically, bro, that's basically what it is, man. They're the ones that like do the matches, our coaches. So
Mm-hmm.
they'll look and check out they'll do their homework, so like it's
Yeah.
essentially, man, they see, okay, this guy matches up better with Isaac, or this girl matches up better with Sam, and so like that's how they do it, man. There's a strategy behind it,
Yeah.
so like that's what's cool about this whole combat league, man, is that like our coaches still have to strategize on who's going to win the round and how we can win the fight, because I mean, there's some people that probably like, hey, no, we can't put this guy with this guy because the styles just don't match up. So there's a little bit of strategy behind it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's the other part too, is that the opposing coaches have to get with our coaches and they have to agree on the matchups, you know?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, I wouldn't even think about that because you
yeah,
Yeah,
can't
that's
just
true.
say like this is who you're gonna fight to the other team. The
exactly,
other team has to
exactly.
agree. Okay, yeah, we can set that up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've had even some girls calling out Jenny or some girls from other teams calling out certain fighters. So you also
yeah.
have that. Like, they're
And
like, hey, I want
Theo.
Isaac, or hey, I want Trouble. They
Mm.
never ask for me though. I don't know how they.
Yeah, they ain't calling out
Hey,
you know
They
that.
don't want
Hey,
it.
hey, so last week, bro, I had this dude from San Antonio, Javier Fernandez. He called me and Pablo out, and we
Uh
both did, and we both didn't end up fighting. And we had our other guy, James Earl, fight him because our coaches were like, "Nah, this guy matches up better with James, and Isaac is gonna
hmm
match up better with Dulé, and Pablo matches up better with that Randy Howell guy."
That's the one I was talking about. Them kids.
What?
Nah, trouble.
There goes Trouble.
Nah,
Oh,
tomorrow,
I was trying to start some trouble.
tomorrow we're gonna handle our business. We're at home again, so we can't let the home team down.
Yeah.
We can't let our
Yes.
but we're not letting the home.
Speaking of that, y'all are at home again, and then I was looking at the schedule. The next fight isn't until May 5th.
It could be
So
changed.
yeah, that it could be
Okay.
changed, but I know for a fact we're going May 9th. May 9th is for sure the next one. And
Okay,
that
because
one
that
I
one's at
believe is
home as
in,
well.
yeah, that one's at home. So the thing is though is that with Team Combat League, they're only allowing like 4 states to throw fights. Texas is one, Pennsylvania is another, Florida, and then I think California. If not California, then
Hope
it's just 3 states. So they only because the commission has to approve of this style of fighting, right? So Texas approved it like not too long ago. I know
hmm
Pennsylvania's got it and Florida's got it. So I don't know about about California, but I know that they were trying to work it out to where they were also going to be having it.
Okay. Yeah, because I was looking, y'all have Dallas as the away team. I'm assuming y'all are going to Dallas to fight that one. Um, tentatively.
We're going to Dallas. When's that? May 9th?
Nah.
That's
On online it
May
says
5th.
May 5th against Dallas, but I
May
think
5th.
we got
But
May
I thought we
9th
were going to
against Atlanta.
Oklahoma.
Stasia, get out of there right now.
Sound like
Yeah, it shows
Shoot.
that y'all are fighting May 5th, and then you're fighting again a couple of days later on May 9th.
Yeah,
yeah.
so that's why the combat league is kind of like, well, we'll see if they're going to fight the fifth because we're supposed to fight the ninth,
hmm
and so we're going to see what happens. I know that they were a little bit. I know Taylor, who's our coach's wife, which is the one running all of our stuff. Taylor did say something about like that we might not fight the fifth and we just might just do the ninth.
Okay, and then after the 9th, it doesn't show y'all fighting again until the 23rd of May in Philly, or at
Yeah,
Philly's the home team.
yeah, yeah. That's a tough team right there, man.
We
Yeah,
have that
that's
long of a break.
I think that's the top team right now, right?
It ain't
Because
tough.
they're 3-0,
Ain't tough for them.
Yeah, they're 3-0.
which I thought was wild too because they're the only team, or there's two teams that have had three matchups so far,
Right.
only three.
Yeah.
Yeah, they ain't tough
I
for
don't.
them.
Yeah, I don't know how they're doing it. See, like we were supposed to fight the 28th, and then they pushed us back to the 11th. I don't know. I don't know why they did all that. I think it was like paperwork stuff that needed to be done. But yeah, we're still fighting 12 weeks. So
Well, it's pretty exciting. They have the Houston Hitmen at number 3 on the ranking at the moment.
we're right behind the
Yeah,
two other ones that
coming
have fought more
for that
than once,
spot.
right?
We coming for that number one spot.
Well, if they got Philly at 1, and then they've got the Boston Butchers at 2, and
Ah,
they're just 1-0 as well. The other
gotcha.
team that fought 3 times is 1-2, and it's the New York, NYC Attitude.
The
They're the only other
attitude.
team that has fought 3 times.
Yeah, they just beat Dallas too not too long ago.
No, nobody has a Sammy G on their team. I'm, we,
Hey, no one got a trouble on their team
They're
either, though.
trying.
come on, like we
They're
good.
definitely
Like
trying.
our really good. Like once our girls fight, I'm happy because I know nobody's beating our girls.
And
Hell
I'd have
no.
to agree, man. Yeah, the girls were solid
Like
last week, and
girls
I look forward to seeing
solid,
those matchups again.
solid, Kayla solid. Oh man, the list go on, but Caleb about
So
tomorrow.
has there like talk between y'all the teammates which matchup is going to be the biggest one to watch?
So the one that I want to watch, man, is gonna be Hyland Williams and Jeremy Adrono. That's gonna be a damn good fight, man. And then we
Yep.
got also Devontae Williams against Willie Monroe Jr., who is also like a world title challenger and stuff like that. That's gonna be another damn good fight.
Man, I want to see
Hey,
Dennis.
hey, stop it! God damn, bro.
Then my girl Sam G.
Hey,
There he is,
What?
Ray Ali. What's up?
Ali.
What's
The
good with
Elif
it?
Ali.
Yes,
My
How's
sir.
it going?
Ali's fight,
It's good.
good fight. You know, two boys with muscles. They have muscles. I'm like, man, I got to get my muscles up.
two boys with muscles.
And so this is Ray.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yeah, boy, Ray.
Alif
And
Ali
that's
is what they call them.
good to have you on, man. Are
Appreciate
you
it.
fighting 2 rounds tomorrow?
Nah, I'm fighting 1 round tomorrow.
Okay, and you fought 2 rounds last week.
Yeah, I fought 2 rounds last week.
How did that feel for you?
It was cool. It was actually easy. It was more like I was just trying to get adjusted because like this is brand new for all of us. So it was more. It was like even though we're pro fighters, like we're used to going rounds, so it was different stepping in the ring knowing you only gonna do 1 round. So we was just trying to. I know most of us that did 1 round or 2 rounds. The first round, you're just trying to see like the pace of how the pace is gonna be, and
Mm-hmm.
and just how crazy they're gonna come out. But at the end of the day, it's still boxing. At the end of the
Still
day,
boxing, yep.
and all of us got enough experience where we can adjust. Like this, so this week I feel a little bit more comfortable. So I'm gonna step it up a little bit more tomorrow.
Okay. For those that fought 2 rounds, did you feel like you had enough energy at the second time around? The
Oh yeah,
second round
I
that you
think a lot
fought?
of people like it's normal like as a fighter to think like, damn, am I gonna waste my energy? Am I gonna get tired? Even though we used to doing rounds, you still think in your head like, damn, am I gonna get tired? But nah, we more than ready. We had enough
Oh
energy.
yeah.
If anything, I
Yeah,
told myself I could have pushed more.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Yep.
But
Plus, you get a
everybody who
long
did two
break in
rounds, they did
between
better the
too.
second round.
Yeah,
Yeah. I know that everyone that we talked about it, everybody adjusted from the first time that they
Yeah,
fought to
but
the
we all
second
got
time
our
they
feet. But
fought.
I think everybody gonna do better than they did last week, just in general, because we know what to expect. That was and we fought against a team that already had experience. That was our first
Mm-hmm.
time,
Yeah,
doing it.
like
So
San Antonio Snipers, they were there in season one.
yeah,
Like
they were there
Houston,
in season one,
this is our first year, man. So like,
so they already knew what to expect, and they
yeah.
had a couple decent guys, that could fight.
So any crazy rituals before fighting? Anybody got
ice
anything
bath.
out of the norm? Ice bath
Mm, yeah,
before each fight?
every night before a fight it was an ice bath. So
Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
usually do that. I didn't do that this time. Just my cuts have been like it's kind of been easy. My body hasn't really been tired for this. Like I usually fight a little bit lower,
Yeah.
so it's not my body ain't really just been banged up as bad. But I mean I still could go for an ice bath. But usually I do a regular fight. I usually do an ice bath the night before every time, always.
Okay, okay.
Fuck that.
It's like a
14
little
minutes.
relationship. I'd be a lot more banged up, making weight 54 than I do at 60. It's easy, kind of easy for
So
me.
pass on the ice bath, Isaac.
Fuck yeah, bro. I've done a cold plunge and nah, dude, not for me, dog. Not for me. I said I'll go get cupping and scraping and do all the dry needling that I need to do. Like Jamie knows
Oh
what's
yeah, I
up.
hate needles. You got me beat.
Yeah,
I hate needles.
I'd rather do all of that stuff first and then ice bath, man.
Anybody else with the crazy rituals? Pablo
Ah,
looks like he got something going on. He's got the
I,
gears moving in his head.
I just go to church.
I just show up.
man.
I just go to
Yeah,
church,
church.
pray, do my little prayers. Just for us, me and my opponent, just go home safe, man. That's it.
Yeah,
Nah, for
You
sure.
know.
yeah.
My boy
My
Trouble, he
my
just stepped in the ring.
yeah,
He's
trouble
ready.
just steps yeah, right,
I
trouble, that's what you do?
probably could call my grandma, be a prayer warrior, and
That's
then
real.
just watch, comedy, be on Instagram,
You
just watch
see,
funny stuff.
Jamie knows this shit. Jamie does know this since college. Man, I bitch before anything. I will bitch and
Oh, you bitch
complain.
about
That's my
everything,
process.
motherfucker.
I
What the
will
fuck?
bitch and complain about everything, dog. I will be the worst. That's my process, though. I gotta bitch about it, then I fucking let's go.
Don't
You
leave
know?
no balls at home
Hey,
this time.
hey.
Fuck you.
If Isaac is a bitch about
You know
something, there's
something. You
nothing
know
wrong with
something's
that
going.
motherfucker.
Yeah. You know, like, hey, are you all right today? You know.
Hey, y'all done eating for the night?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
bro.
done. I'm
Yeah, I'm
drinking.
done.
I'm drinking.
I'm just
I might
drinking
get
my
some
shit now.
pineapple later.
Yeah, I might. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
done. I'm just probably just gonna keep drinking or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Just do coconut water and fucking
Yeah,
Pedialyte.
that's it.
Same. I had coconut water, Peter.
Hey, eh.
Yeah.
So morning of, what's on the menu? You eat heavy, you eat light.
You want your
Mm.
breakfast want to be heavy because the other
Yeah.
meals closer to the fight gonna get smaller and lower. So
Yeah,
you want to
exactly.
have a bigger. Try to have a bigger breakfast so it can
Yeah.
kind of last
Yeah.
throughout the day.
I
Yeah, I
Yeah,
actually,
because
can.
you really don't want to eat, man. Like 2 hours before the fight, you ain't
Yeah, you
eating.
don't want to eat. You might want to
Yeah.
snack on something, but you don't want to eat. Your
yeah.
stomach should. You should feel settled. Like your stomach should feel
Yeah.
settled, and you should be ready to go.
Yeah.
So I like try to have my breakfast like a little bigger, and then I start easing out after that. I don't really eat too much like after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I like having my breakfast around like 7 o'clock, 7 or 8.
Damn.
Pablo early morning. Pablo
Yeah,
early
Yeah,
morning
that's
get
an
the
damn.
early
coffee.
motherfucker. Yeah, no
Up and
I
at
shit.
'em.
Pablo the type of dude wake up go get a coffee.
No shit.
like having
That reminds
that.
me of the last time we had Isaac on. He talked about Pablo running with no music, no
Oh,
headphones.
psycho, bro.
Don't.
Psycho.
That shit
That
is
is
Cause he a
trouble.
wild.
marathon runner. I just started learning how to do that hanging around them in the running group that we be. I used to always have to run with headphones, but those marathon runners they don't really be carrying
Yeah.
their phones or be having headphones.
I don't like
That's
I
a
don't like carrying anything. I don't like carrying
Yeah,
anything.
Bro,
cause he
I
runs so
went
many
one,
miles.
That's
I
bro.
can run
I
crazy.
like
did
15 miles
so.
without no headphones.
Yeah, no bullshit.
Yeah, that's
No,
So
crazy.
like I
like I just
said,
got my watch and I'm ready to go.
like I told you the last time, bro. Like me and Pablo, we'll start off talking like for a mile, and then the next 9 fucking miles we
You
don't
shut the
talk.
fuck.
It's
I
like,
tell
bro,
you, shut the
this is
fuck up.
shitty. This is the shittiest thing in the world. The other day, I was Trouble was supposed to come run 4 fucking miles with me. He ended up just running one and then power walking the other one back. I was like, you power walked back.
Trouble hate
It's a
running, bro.
yeah, bro.
No, look.
I had to run without music because he was like, "Don't run with your headphones, bro. I'm gonna keep up with you." I said, "All right." So we ran. I ran without headphones with him. Then he ends up telling me, "I'm gonna power walk back." I said, "Bitch, I gotta run
This
three
boy
more
say
miles
power walk.
without it." Yeah, I said,
He say
I
I was like,
power
power
"Bro, I
walk
gotta
walk.
run."
and I power walk an
Fuck,
extra mile. So I really power walk for 2 miles.
Oh.
bitch.
Putting in the
I
work.
was I
No,
was like, hell no. And then
Hey,
I'm running,
I
bro,
say
and I'm like, this shit sucks.
that dude is always power walking, regardless of what he does.
no,
No shit.
He's
no,
always
real talk.
power. Hey man,
I
I'm
ain't
gonna
gonna
do
lie.
three
Look,
miles.
100%. Look, I don't like running. When I run, I hear voices in my head.
Me
And
too,
so,
me
All
too.
right.
Those are your thoughts, man.
Hey
nah,
Yeah,
bro, you better
sick,
fucking
those
bro.
run
voices,
faster. What are you talking
Them boy,
those
about?
hey,
voices.
hey, them voices are telling them, what the fuck are you doing? Turn
Yeah,
back
and
around. Let's
what's
walk back to
crazy?
the gym.
What's crazy? The voice. I can't control the voices. They be like, man, you should be home right now, eating good right now. Forget this run. Like you don't need to run. You a dog. You could beat them without the run. Then my or I'll be like my knees
Yeah,
hurt. I was like,
but
man,
you
you.
can't beat that weight though.
I was like, man,
Yeah, it's a fucking weight, man.
nah. This week making weight is tough.
Look, he's all.
Now I'm gonna be good. This third, I'm gonna be loading up on the water. I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good.
All right, all right.
Yeah, so hey, so this is one thing. So Ray has a very specific way of cutting weight. He water loads, bro, and all of us trip out with a water loading, man. I've never done it. He says like he fucking you praise it.
Laz does it also. I taught Laz because Laz been around me since he first turned pro, and I taught Laz how to do it. So that's the only way he know how to cut weight also.
What does that
Man,
look
bro,
like?
it's crazy because I tried to do that one time.
Boxers really stop drinking water like the way it make weight. They really just slowly stop drinking water like a week out. And they work
Yeah,
out hard. Me, I learned like I did a lot of research when I first turned pro, and I started boxing later also than a lot of these dudes. And I learned that it's a science to it. It's the opposite. The more water you drink, the actual more water you lose. Like our bodies are like it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Your body holds on to water. Like our bodies are fucking smart. Like even with water, like the less water you drink, the more that the less you'll sweat because your
Yeah,
body will know it knows to conserve water. You know, your body's 70% water. You need water to stay alive. So the less water you drink, the less you'll sweat. The more water you drink, the more you'll sweat because your body is like, oh, I can let water out because it gets water normally. So when you water load, you're tricking your body. Like you're drinking a lot of water, and your body goes into this state. I forgot the actual term that it's called, but it start making you pee like crazy. It make you pee like crazy, and it make you sweat more than you had. You could start say you start sweating like around a mile. If you water low, you'll start sweating around like 3/4, like half a mile, or like
Mm-hmm.
0.25, a quarter of a mile. You'll start sweating before, if you usually start sweating. You'll sweat like crazy during the workout, and you'll be peeing throughout the day. And so the trick is, when I work out that last day before weigh-ins, I'll go from drinking a whole bunch of water every day, and I won't drink no water, or I'll drink like half. I'll cut it in half, and so I'll look like my body will still be in that mode of losing a lot of water, but I'm not about to replace it.
Yeah.
So I'll lose so much water like in a small period of time. So I'm really not dehydrated. So while I'm cutting weight, I'm hydrated the whole time. It's set for literally like 10 hours before weighing. I only feel like I took water out of my body only for 10 hours. So I'm more healthier throughout my cut. You feel me?
Yeah,
which
that
which a
makes a
lot of
lot of
guys are
Wow.
sense.
struggling, or it's a little bit harder. But that's still the way of boxers. A lot of boxers, they stop drinking water or they earlier,
yeah,
and it works
yeah.
for
So
it
like,
works for people. But for me, I learned that way, and it's an easy way for me.
yeah.
I'll,
So like me,
I'll
bro,
leave the water
for
bender.
like a whole week, I got
I'm
dry
a
mouth and
Pisces
shit.
too.
So I
I know
guess that
Ray.
only works for. Go ahead.
I know Ray said he started late. Just a quick question. It's going to all y'all though. We'll start with Sam. When did you start boxing?
Um, boxing, just boxing. It's been about, I'm walking into like 3 years. But prior to that,
Oh,
Okay.
Sam, you good?
I did I did judo for like 10 years. And then in between, that was my starting point of combat sports. And in between that, I did MMA. And just 2, 3 years ago, I started to do the amateur tournaments, Golden Gloves, the nationals. And I just locked in on boxing. So I did a little bit of boxing for, mm, I would say maybe somewhere around 6 years, but just locking in on it, that's been about 3 years.
What made you switch to just strictly boxing?
Um, I love grappling. Like that's my favorite stuff. Like every time I get in the ring and anybody tries to grab me, I laugh a little bit because, um, similar to like Lomachenko, I feel like I can maneuver around some of the grips and then pop off my shots. So I get really happy when they grab me.
Yeah.
But my coaches back home kind of got me straight into boxing. I was running into a lot of like MMA fights that just fell through. I would get something locked in and then injury or wanting to fight somebody easier or something like that would happen. So when my boxing coach and I talked about it, we talked about going into the amateur tournaments, the Golden Gloves. And in those, you have to fight. Like if you want to win, you have to fight. That was mainly why I was locked in on boxing. Was my coaches kind of convinced me to do those, and in the process, I said, well, I can't do MMA and still do boxing. Like if I'm gonna box, I'm gonna just focus on that and get obsessed about that. And that's how it's been for the past almost 3 years.
Nice, nice.
I'm gonna be looking for you to pop off those shots when someone gets a hold of you. I'm gonna be looking for it.
Yeah,
Send
Every
support
sometimes
grab,
over.
I'm gonna be ready.
We
let
need
me
that
not give all
knockout.
my secrets away, but yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah,
We will
that's
need
true. That's true.
Yeah.
that
I
knockout.
You're
was like,
right. You're right.
sometimes, no, no, yeah.
What about you, Pablo? When'd you get started?
Shit, man. Actually, I got into boxing because of my probation officer. I was getting in trouble too much, man, and he's just like, man, you like fighting this, but it was actually good because it started showing me some type of discipline and really staying out of the streets. And then I started competing. I think I started competing when I was like 19, and then I turned pro when I was 25. And then from there, 25 all the way now. I'm 37, so little little down the edge, but I'm good though. I feel young. I actually do way better than things that I when I was younger, you know. But yeah, I mean that's the way I got myself into boxing because you know, probation officer. He was just trying to, trying to help out the kids and, trying to make them do some activities instead of having that free time and getting yourself in trouble. And then from there,
Right, right.
I kind of start picking it up. I liked it. Uh, and yeah, man. And from there, just kind of, I grew on it and stay with it. It's taught me great, great discipline.
Heartbeat of the team,
Yeah.
the trouble man. Where'd you start, bro?
And I started at 21.
21.
Like I didn't have long. I had 8 amateur background, 8 amateur fights. I couldn't make the weight. Not that I couldn't make the weight. I couldn't make weight for tournaments.
Yeah, we know that.
It sound like a trend, huh?
So I was like,
Okay, we see where it started at.
so it's just turned pro 21. Now,
Yeah, exactly.
so
How
it
about you,
just
Ray? When'd you start?
I started boxing when I was 25.
oh my boy,
Okay.
nice.
Yeah, I started boxing when I was 25 years old. In 2016, I had actually I was in the streets too a lot. I've been an athlete my whole life, but I never boxed. But I was in the streets real tough. My best friend, he was picked up boxing in the army, and then I had did 6 months. Like he had started like training me a little bit, just for fun. You know what I'm saying? When he got home, and then I went to jail for like 6 months. And then when I got out, when I was in jail, I was like, man, I'm gonna start boxing. When I get out, so I could just it's like because boxing. I felt like when I used to go to the gym, I would go every once in a while. It was like I wouldn't think about nothing, and it was just it would be like a stress reliever, and it would, help me like kill time and stuff. So when I went to jail for 6 months, I was like, when I get out, I'm gonna box. So I got out 2016 April, and then I had my first amateur fight in June. So I was an amateur from like June 2016 to I think like the beginning of 2018, and then I started training. I was an amateur for like a year and a half. I only had like maybe 12 or 13 fights, and then
Oh shit.
I turned pro. Like I started training to turn pro, and I turned pro 2019 July 13th, and then
Nice,
just
Shit.
been
nice.
been with it ever since. Just stay with it.
Cool. I know we talked about it on a previous episode, Isaac, but for the people that are just now tuning in, when'd you start?
So I started boxing. So I first started fighting, man, when I was 4 years old. My dad put me in the martial arts. I got a black belt in Taekwondo.
Shit
Um,
dope.
then so when I started fighting in karate, man, when you start getting older, um, they don't go by weight classes, so they only go by belt ranking and by age. So like I was always, I'm Hispanic, so I was always shorter than a lot of the other guys. So I finally told my dad, hey dad, I want to do something more fair. So he put me into kickboxing. Started kickboxing when I was around maybe 7, 8, and kickboxing ended up getting outlawed in the United States. And then that's when I went to boxing when I was 10. My dad put me into boxing, and I stuck with it ever since, man. Um, so I mean, this is all I fucking know, man. Is boxing. But yeah, man. I mean, it's my first. I won a first national title when I was 12. Then I just started winning titles after that, and then I turned pro in 2012 after the Olympic trials. I made the Olympic trials in 2011, and then turned pro shortly after that. Yeah.
That's what's up. I think definitely the team combat kind of encapsulates that everybody coming from different backgrounds and coming together again, making it a team sport. I think it sparks a lot of people's interest, me included. I remember when you told us about it, I was like, man, I got to check this out, and I think it's gonna take off, man, because that's a cool
Oh,
thing. And
sure.
me being, of course, in Houston, I'm definitely coming to check y'all out.
Hell yeah, man. You
So I'm
got to.
gonna, I'm
You
gonna
you
be
live
there.
here in Houston right now?
Yeah, yeah.
Yo, shit, you
I'm
gotta
on the
come
west
check it
side.
out, bro. You gotta
I'm gonna
come
be
check it
there
out.
for
Yeah.
sure.
All right. Well, before we close it out, is there anything else? One thing that you want to leave the audience with? One drop the mic moment.
Hey, I'll let my guys do that, man. I was on this last podcast. I let my guys close it out for us.
Well, I
Tell
mean,
them,
I guess
Ali.
if you can come and show some support, then we're gonna be at the Radar during the show tomorrow. You got that time? Let's go. Hitman, baby, let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah. I'm about to try to stop my opponent. I'm gonna put it out there right now.
Let's
There we
go.
There
go,
you
Get
go.
baby.
it done.
Hell
Get it
yeah.
done.
Same.
Where's the heartbeat? Heartbeat.
Right.
All right.
Where you at?
Hey, Heartbeat, where
Get,
you at?
He in
give me
there
that
Mute
drop
your
the
snapping.
mic
mic, please.
statement.
Just for everybody, all the listeners, all the viewers, you know, don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. Keep going forward. Keep going. And all everybody that tells you no, make sure you tell them yes 10 times and just keep going.
Ooh, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going. Don't let them stop. They want to see you fail. Keep going. Keep pushing because you never know who you motivating. Keep pushing. It's somebody that's always watching. And what's crazy is going to be a stranger before it's a friend. So keep pushing. You never know who you motivating. Keep pushing. Keep grinding and never quit.
There you go.
Trump.
I like that.
Heard.
Trouble.
Man, you finally
Trump.
said
Shit.
something
That's
nice.
that heartbeat.
Yeah. Shit.
I feel it.
Keep going.
All
Next.
right. Well, I'll definitely be tuning in to watch y'all tomorrow night, 8 o'clock. Unfortunately, I live too far away from Houston, so I can't be there in person this time. But yeah, I'll be tuning in. I'll be watching, looking for each and every one of y'all. Good luck tomorrow night. Um, and I really hope to see some knockouts, man.
Hell yeah,
Let's
brother.
Already.
go.
For
And thank
sure.
you for having us, homies.
Yeah. Thanks for taking the
Yeah.
time.
Definitely.
I know y'all got a lot going on right now.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate
James
it, guys.
Robin. Appreciate y'all.
Oh
Cool.
yeah.
Well, that's going to be it for this episode
Appreciate
of the
it.
Unleashed Performance Therapy Podcast. If you have anything you want us to talk about on the podcast, shoot us a DM on Instagram at unleashed.tx. And y'all, be sweet to me. Scroll down to the bottom, leave a 5-star review, share the podcast with your family and friends. And until next time, peace.